Hi everyone, it's Christina from Christina's Art Corner. How is everybody doing this January 2025? We have a new year that we're starting off in. Wow, 2024 was such a year. I am happy for it to be 2025 and to have some new goal setting, some new ideas, just some new plans all around in life and of course in my coloring habits. This video is going to be kind of an update for you, not an official plans for January or for the year, but just kind of a sprinkling of what my ideas are until I hone them in and I have a video that I want to do about more of the details of those ideas. So I think I'll first start out thanking everybody for all of your condolences regarding the passing of my father in December. I appreciate all of the comments and all the inquiries on how I was doing. You all have been such a great source of comfort to me during this time. And while I was in Florida for my father's celebration of life, I was able to have 2 days with just my mom, where family had kind of dispersed after the celebration of life that we did at my mom and dad's home. And we had just family there. And my father was able to have a military send-off. We had it outside on a screened porch, and we had a hibachi chef come, and that's something that my dad had wanted to do. And so we did that. We honored that. And my mom wanted a party for him, and so we turned it into a celebration of life. And we all said our eulogies, and not a dry eye out there. And they live on a golf course, and there were golfers coming by, and you see that they start to get quiet because they could see something serious was going on. So it was a beautiful day, and I'm sure my dad would have loved all of us being together. We flew from all parts of the country to get there, and so we did have a nice time, even though it was gut-wrenching. We did come together, and we did that for him. So those 2 days that I had with my mom, I was able to read her some of your comments from my last video, and many of you were sending condolences to the rest of my family and to my mom. They had 70 years together, and so she very much enjoyed listening to those as I read them through. I was not able to get through all of them because I was crying through all of it. But I just wanted to make sure that you all knew how much it meant to me and what a great comfort source it has been. And just thank you so much. I wish there was more than thank you that I could say, but for now, I just want you to know that. And then next, I think I'll start off with the one page I got colored in December. Was in Matchstick Mouse, a Christmas coloring book by Morgan O'Brien. Guys, I had so many plans for December. I probably should have known better. But I wound up doing this page here. And this was the only page I did. I have a little bit of sparkle pop on her eye, and on her puff there, and on the worms puff, and also the pom-poms on the scarf. And I forget what pencils that I use, but it probably my new Castle Art Experts. I believe that's what those were. And alcohol marker, I think I based. Yes, I based the mouse and the worm and alcohol marker. So yeah, turned out really cute, and that is the page that I got done for December. So I'm proud of the one page. Then I started, before I left Florida, I started to destash my stash, if you will. I had upwards of, let's see, 550 books. And I think I just last looked, it's 436. I'm destashing quite a few books. And in doing so, I want to show you kind of the process. And I'm going to show all the books that I've destashed, but I'm going to show you, I went through my Korean and Japanese books, and then also color by number, etc. Disney books. So let me go through here. Bestiaire is one of them, and it has these cute triangular pages. I have struggled with my acrylic pens either exploding or, you know, all the things that can go wrong with acrylic pens just seem to go wrong on these pages, and or they run out. And I have several different sets and whatnot, but I found it more of a frustration for me than something I could do in between more difficult pages. And I have a really hard time seeing, and I do have some magnifying prescription glasses that I do have, but it just winds up being too much for me. And so I have not even done a page in this book, but it is a really neat book. I'm going to show some of the solutions if you want to look away and come back in about 30 seconds. But this is what they look like. You have triangular little images here, and it is, and I love A Bug's Life. It's one of my favorites. But I just can't justify going through the struggle. It's too much. And I also had the mangas book. Again, I'm going to show just real quick some really cute manga, however you like to say it. And again, it's just so tiny, and I have such a struggle doing it, and coloring's not supposed to be a struggle. And, you know, I'm 52 years old, going to be 53 this year, so it just is what it is, guys. And then I have this Grand Block Graffitis, and I really do love this book, but as I looked at my Disney books, if I have these characters, you know, similarly in another book, I decided I don't need another one. Again, it's about scaling down. I mean, look how adorable these are. And I haven't touched this book either. And yeah. So it is a very lovely book. It has come into two pieces here, but this one is getting destashed as well. And then I really wanted to do the Disney Silhouettes Magicas from Hatchet Heroes. But again, I love detailed pages, but I found that I don't like to work a lot in fine liners, and I have difficulty when I have to do a lot of small things on pencil. So I am deciding to destash this book too. I didn't start any, but they're awfully cute. Jamie's Coloring Love and Meg's Coloring Corner, they do this book, and they do a fantastic job on this book. I just couldn't get into it. Here are some Japanese and Korean books. The Snow Queen. Again, I found this is by Jae-eun Lee. And there's lots of snowflake pages, and of course the story of the Snow Queen. When there's too many pages like this, okay, so my criteria, I should tell you my criteria. I need to love at least 50% of the book, and I'd really prefer even 75%. So if I don't, then I'm not keeping it. Like, I would not want to color this page. I don't care to color that one. If you all have been on my channel for any period of time, I'm getting better with flowers, but it's not my most favorite thing to color, and I don't mind them being as part of a page, but I struggle when there's too many of them. Like this page here, I wouldn't color that. I would color this one and this one, but too many of them, I just wouldn't. And so that is Snow Queen. Again, these types of filler pages I'm just not a fan of. And so this book is getting destashed. And then here, this is Cat Ear Girl. And this is very glossy paper, super glossy. And I have not colored in this one. They are very cute images. I just don't see myself coloring in it. And again, when I started out my coloring journey in, I think it was May of 2022, as I purchased, you know, books, I was, of course, watching everyone's hauls and flip-throughs, and there's just a difference between seeing it on YouTube or seeing a flip-through and then having it in your place where you color and actually going through these pages yourself. And I have a lot of portrait-type books, And this just isn't one that I would gravitate to. And I also didn't know it was glossy paper. And don't think I want to fight with glossy paper. But they are beautiful images. Like if you photocopied these onto good paper, that would be a way to combat the paper. But yeah, really, really cute girls. Super adorable, but destashing. Then we have here the Deep Sleep coloring book, and this is by Nao Tamino. Here she is here. And a lot of these came off of Etsy that I purchased, or eBay. And here, again, you'll see a theme, a lot of flowers. Beautiful illustrations, one-sided. The paper is a medium thickness. I don't know, I just don't gravitate to it now. There's some space ones in here for Space Timber. There's a few pages like this, I think, if I recall. Yeah, there's another one and another one. So too many like repeated designs for me. There is a fish one. These pages are perforated as well. It is a cute book. I'm not gravitating to it, and so I'm not going to keep it if I'm not. Some of these will be a surprise. This is from the Yururi series, and this is Sketchbook, Sketch Mouse. It's a travel sketch. This is the Yururi and Inatomi, and you all have seen this book. Now, my determination is, it's not that these aren't adorable pages, but I figure between the number of Matchstick Mouse, Nice Little Town, and several other books that have a mouse theme, I wound up having a lot of books with mice themes. And I go through this book, and I just find that there are other mice or mouse books that I would prefer to color. And I don't tend to gravitate towards like these kinds of pages where there are the things. The scene is beautiful. Tons of flowers, if you'll notice. Tons of flowers. So yeah, it's a beautiful book. But I don't want to just have beautiful books on my shelves. I want to have books that I'm genuinely going to color. I did start coloring in this one. I've taken an eraser to it. I had just based it. That's the only page that I had started, and then realized I don't think I like this as much as I originally did. Again, these kinds of pages I don't gravitate to too much, and some of them are like that in the other part of the series too, but I think I liked the characters better. But yeah, beautiful book. I just don't see me keeping it in my collection, so that one is a destash. Here is the Moko book with the cat, and this is another theme that I have a lot of, is cats. And so I'm having to be choosy about what cat books I keep. And this is just very similar. There's a lot of like door gated pictures. There were some in the beginning I think I skipped through. But here's one as well. Look at all of these doors. There are some very, very cute. Like I love all the books. But I just not a fan of all the little things. Another door. So I just had to make a decision. You know, it's as many books as I have. I just had to decide I have other books I love more, and that's just all it really boiled down to. So that is the Moko cat book. And then Seasonal Wreaths of Plants and Friends by Makiko Inatomi. And similarly with wreaths, like this is beautiful. I would want to color this, but I'm not a super big fan of the wreaths. And, you know, again, all of the flowers. I think it's just either something you're comfortable and you gravitate to, or you don't. Like I wouldn't color these. I know myself better now, I guess, is really what it boils down to. I know myself better. I know what I very much like and what I just like, or what I love versus what I like. So it's very, very cute and sweet book. It's untouched. Four Seasons. Seasonal Wreaths of Plants and Friends. That's a destash. Nelko Nico. I hemmed and hawed about this one. Again, another cat book. So I had to make a decision on just the theme of cats in general. It's a beautiful book. Beautiful. Just not one that I want to keep. And then I have this Journey to Wonderland, and this is by Kitamiha. That's hard to say. Journey to Wonderland, a mysterious country trip. Hello. And these are beautiful as well, but lots of the flowers. Like, I could not get through that. I really could not get through that. Just a plethora of flowers, amongst other things, but gorgeous book, just not for me. Okay. Oops. Keep hitting my camera possibly. I apologize. This book here is a happy coloring book, Dream Room by Ida Chiaki. And this is one that I would normally gravitate to, but again, got tons of flowers. And I am keeping some books that do have, you know, more flowers or things in them, but again, I had to start being more critical of, I don't generally do much of food. Right. And I have the Vintage Your Room book that is similar to this, the tall turquoise and white book. And I didn't think that I needed to like that. And so I chose the other book over this one, but it's very lovely too. And there's not an enormous amount of flowers. I just, again, needed to be somewhat picky about what I choose. So it's a gorgeous book. Again, I believe this was an Etsy find, and follows a little story of her. And I think someone could do it better justice than I. And then here, another cat book. Fourseason's Gallery by Nyang Songyi. And just another cat book, really cute. Lots of flowers. But it is a gorgeous book. Very cute. There's also a ton of pages that have huge background spaces, and I normally like that, but I'm also finding that I enjoy when the background is already there as well. It is a good chance to like do some alternate backgrounds, like you could do collage or whatever. And it's a very cute book. Again, I have a lot of cat themed books, and so I had to say no to this one. And I have a lot of Korean and Japanese books, so this is also one by Yoshimi Sekiguchi. And here again, you have all the little tiny flowers. If I can show you up close. And your girl's eyes just can't struggle with it. I also have a tremor, a slight tremor. And when I start to take something and focus, like if I am gripping on to something, I start to have, you'll see, I start to have a shake, and it doesn't work. So I have to go with, well, my body's been telling me. I ignored it in 2024, and 2025 is a year of paying attention to my body and doing what I can do with it comfortably, and not getting frustrated that I can't get rid of this tremor and that I can't color in these tiny little things easier. I can't struggle with it. Like all of these flowers, it's just beautiful, and it will be colored beautiful by many people, just not moi. Look at these. Look at all of these flowers. That's a lot. Yeah. And all these. But it has a lot of beautiful pages in it too. Just a lot of flowers. And dresses and things. I do like to do those sometimes. So yeah, that's this book. So these are my Korean and Japanese and Disney books that I am destashing. Let me put these to the side so that you know the kind of process that I was going through. And then I keep hitting my camera. I'm so sorry. So that's the process that I'm going through. So the other 100 and some books I will just dedicate to another video, and we'll go through those books. Something else that I am going through are my diamond paintings. This used to be a planner, coloring planner for me that I turned into documenting what diamond paintings I have from different companies. And I'm going to go through these. And for instance, I have this one kitted up and started. I have this one kitted up and started. I believe there's possibly another one. I've got a couple from Unimade. This is one I really want to do, this Restful Earth by Cat Fedora. Let me show you the picture closer. And Cheer Bear with stars. So yeah. Oraloa, this cute little elephant. And then this cute one here. I think that's, yeah, this one too. Treasure Studios. Alright, so I'm going to go through my diamond paintings and destash some of those. And only keep ones that I may unkit, if you will, a couple that I started, and I may put one in its place. But I do want to have a diamond painting going throughout the month or months, and do a little of that as well. And then I have a couple of, let's see, let me start out with, first of all, there's some Happy Mail. And I got these from Christina. I've already thanked her on Instagram, but these are metallic Noir, Spectrum Noir, twin tip metallic markers. And I have tried them out already. Let's see here. Here's what they look like. You have a small tip here, brush tip. It's a little harder on this end, and then a softer brush nib on this end. And I have swatched them already. So let me show you that. Here are the colors, and this is one that is dried out, so I'm going to contact the company to get them to send a new one of those. But they're nice and metallic-y, and I think those will be nice additions, especially to some like these winter colors. So I'm going to look forward to using those. So thank you, Christina. These were on my wish list, and I'm so happy to have received them. I can leave them out of the package now. And she says, I hope these bring you just a little happiness. And definitely they do. So thank you so much. And then she also got me the Pop Manga Flights of Fancy coloring book by Camilla D'Erico. This was on my wish list too. And this is also from Christina. So thank you, dear. This was an exciting surprise. I've wanted this book, and now I have it. And look at all of these cute pages. I'm really looking forward to working in this book. Probably not the flower page. Although I could do like an ink spread on here, and then just do some like colored pencil details. So that's an option. Oh, I love this owl. These are cute. Love, love. And I love that this one has a lot of bees in it, as I had seen on flip throughs, that there seemed like there was quite, I love the bats. This is funny. But yeah, it looked like there was, look at these penguins. That's cute. It's cute for winter. Yeah, here's the bee pages. Definitely love those. And we've got some butterflies. Now the bigger flowers I can do. Big flowers I can do. There's plenty of room for me to get my shadows and lights and highlights and things in there. It's just the small ones I have a lot of trouble with. Look at all these butterflies. I love the faces in these books. More bees. Yeah. So cute. I love it. Yes, thank you so much, Christina. And she said maybe we can do a buddy color at some point. And sure, at some point we definitely can. And I thank you again for this book. And thank you for thinking of me. I really, really do appreciate it, and just makes my heart very happy to have received those. So thank you. I had purchased Sagan before I left for Florida, and it came. So this is a purchase that I made by Maria Trolle. And I'm sure you all have seen this book plenty of times, but I really love Maria Trolle and her books. And it's just enough of everything that I enjoy. And so I'm looking forward to coloring in this book. I love the dragon. Very, very cute. I love this one and this. Yeah. Very adorable. So I'm looking forward to working in this book this year. And then I believe I got this one on Etsy. It's illustrations by Anna Ray's Dream Imagination. She's the author, a Hispanic artist with a certification in art therapy. During the lockdown in 2020, she discovered the profound relaxation and comfort that art could bring. Inspired by her own experience, she decided to create coloring books to help others find solace and joy through art. Her artwork since has been commissioned across the United States. And I'll go from back. There's some cute ornaments. Look at this penguin. Look at these guys. Lots of varied type images. Lots of, that's a cute one for Easter. Look at these frogs. Cute purse and a shoe with mice. And there's a cat and a mouse. Nice unicorn. This one's cute. I love this one. This is sweet. I love the snail. And the giraffe is so cute. She's looking up at him. Oh, look at the monkeys. 3 little monkeys sitting on a swing. Circus page. So yeah, really cute book. I'm happy to have it. It's I would say it's definitely got some tooth on it. It's thin, but not as thin as Amazon for sure. But yeah, I'll be interested to see what mediums I choose to use in this. And this is a nice page here too. So that is Dream Imagination. All right, so now let's get to the other things. Oh, I wanted to mention too, thank you to Ashley. I'll put her YouTube down here at the bottom, but she got me this key ring, and it says, "Those we love don't go away. They walk beside us every day." And there is an angel wing, and it says Dad on here. And I think I could take the plastic off now. I was keeping it protected. I could take it off now. So yeah, there it says Dad on there. And this is my key ring, that my house key that I take with me every day. And so thank you, Ashley. It's a very nice reminder. And I believe I had mentioned she had also gotten me a pendant that is hanging from my ceiling above my art desk. And it's a crystal that has prismatic shadows across my walls when the sun is out. Today we have a snowy day. In fact, I checked the weather report. We're supposed to get up to 12 inches of snow today. What? What? It is already snowing and it's like 8 o'clock this morning. So we already have like 4 inches on the ground. So I don't know how all that's going to go, but we shall see. But yeah, okay. So I changed out my Happy Planner cover. Both covers. I love folk art. And I have some stickers I just put here in front. These little pages here I use to write out the books that I have slated to work in for January. And I haven't made that list yet. But I will. And then I have my 25-26 calendar. Here I did start. Coloring Your Octopus and Reptiloids are two. There's two that I've written down. And then for January, I have all of these cute little New Year's disco balls. And I haven't written anything yet. Basically just put my stickers down. Look at this giraffe. And so I'm going to do a little different than my planner last year. I'm going to spend less time putting my dot grids in here, at least initially, that I usually decorate and do all that, just to try to get me back in the groove of coloring. And down here I'll put the books and the mediums that I've used so that I have that to follow, and that will be on each page. And this time I decided to go through the days of the month, and that way I could write down like that I colored on a particular day and what book I colored in. Just, you know, kind of give me something different. I'm trying to change up what I did last year, just a complete overhaul. And it's necessary for a lot of reasons. And I think I'll be able to find from my January pages what, if anything, I want to change for February. But I have these cute little disco stickers that I have for each of the note sections. And that should be enough room for me to write down all the pages that I've colored in and what I've used. So that is my planner that I'm using. And then you all probably saw an Instagram post or YouTube community tab where I mentioned that I am retiring some of my hashtags from the last couple of years. Just because I need some time to heal. I need some time to get back in my coloring groove. And I have many untouched books that I wasn't able to get into because I had so many hashtags that I was hosting. And we've gotten through a good portion of at least a couple of these books. So I think if you decide that you have loved this book and you've been doing this tag with me, that you will continue to move on with this book is my theory. And I do apologize. I did belabor over doing this or not, but I decided I need to make some decisions that kind of get me out of my funk and get me into a better headspace. And so the first one that I'm starting with is Spooky by Sarah Sedgwick. We have done so many pages. This was hashtag WitchCatSpooky. And this has been such a fun book to go through and color. The paper has been fabulous. You could throw anything at it. And there's been so much fun coloring in this book. There were a couple of that I didn't get to personally that we had chosen. Like these pages I was struggling to ever pick because I don't care for them myself. But yeah, there's so much fun coloring in here. And it's been so much fun for me to see all of your beautiful artworks in these books and these pages. This one I didn't finish. This one I had not chosen. These 3 pages like this I had not chosen. I didn't choose the food page. This one had already been chosen. I didn't get to it. This one was December's page. I didn't get to it. These are gorgeous. What you all sent in, they're gorgeous. So there's been a lot of really fun coloring in this book. This one was already chosen for another month, and I didn't finish it. This one has the googly eyes. So you can see there's not too many pages left to finish out this book. And so I hope if you love her book and you have enjoyed working in this, that you'll continue to do it without my hashtags. And I'm happy to have as many pages in here colored. I don't have the desire to finish a book necessarily, so that's just my own personal opinion for myself. Is I have so many books that I want to give love, and if I can get through 3/4 of a book, I don't have the itch to finish it. I can understand why others do, and that would have been me, probably 23, 22, Christina. I don't know. I think things change when you go through grief and you lose someone, and someone as important as a dad. And I just decided, like, I just need to be happy coloring. And not that I wasn't happy coloring in these pages, but it's a lot of administrative work that was taking me away from being able to actually color. So I hope that you will forgive me and understand why. Glam Noir, Karla Magana was a newer one that I did. I did not get a single page colored in here because this was the last few months where my father was declining rapidly. And I was giving you a palette to choose from, and you could pick any page. So I'm also retiring this one. I know if you love Karla Magana, that you'll work in this book regardless. And so I hope to see you all working out of this book even without my hashtag. And that brings me to Tropagoth. This is I think the oldest standing one that I was doing was in Tropagoth by Karla Magana. And there were pages that I did not get to personally, but we have done so many pages in this book that it won't take much for some. This one was already slated for another month. I didn't finish it. These are just such fun pages to do. And all of the glitter and the fun that you can have with these books. You can use acrylic. This is one that I didn't finish, that I had started and didn't get to finish. Here's one that got messed up that I didn't go back and try to fix. I had a bleed through. This one was already picked that I didn't get to. This one had a bleed through here. This one was chosen and didn't finish that one. This one was chosen, I didn't get to do. So based on that, there's really only a few pages left. This one was chosen, I didn't get to. This last 4 to 5 months of the year were very difficult for me to complete pages. And if you've buddied with me, you understand that. But yeah, there's so many pages that are done in here, and I'm really happy with what I did finish in this book. And I'm happy to put it back on the shelf knowing that I did a good 75% of the pages. And I hope you'll continue on if you love Tropagoth. Coloring Heaven Magic Jars. Again, another one I'm going to retire. This also is the Coloring Book Cafe. Now, Meg's Coloring Corner and Amanda Colors have a Facebook group, Color With Us, with exclamation marks behind it. If you want to continue working out of this book, or the Coloring Book Cafe book, you can still do that if you want to be a part of community coloring. That's what I would suggest if you want to continue on with this book with a group or do your own. I was able to get done the B page and the elephant raining page, the mermaid page, and this little page here that I made Shmoo, my dog. So I was only able to get done 3 out of, what was it, 6 or 7 months that we were doing it. And so I'm going to retire this book too. I would have liked to have had more pages done, and I probably would come back to it to do some. The last one was the gnome page that you all did for December. Let me see if I can find it. This one. So yeah, Magic Jars is getting retired, Tropigoth is getting retired, Glam Noir is getting tired and retired, and Spooky. So those are not going to be a recurring theme on my channel anymore, but I am going to keep Godule and by Hanna Karlzon, and the reason is my hashtag is Godule all year, and it's really to honor Hanna Karlzon and her beautiful books and the struggle that she's currently going through. I wanted to continue to honor that. So any pages that you do, you're more than welcome to tag me in those. If not, that's okay too, but I'm going to keep the hashtag open. I had gotten a comment on Instagram prior to, let's see, it was actually just a couple of days before my dad passed. And this person said, why would I even bother using your hashtag if you're not going to view it? Well, I was losing my dad as one reason. I was not on my social media all the time. I was on the phone with my mom and my family and discussing, you know, end of life with my dad and family. And so there probably have been, you know, some that have slipped by. I also want everyone to recognize that if we are not friends on Instagram, I won't even see it if you tag me. So there was that. And I think in this case, that's what happened. But yeah, it took me by surprise. And it's a valid question. If you're going to do a hashtag, why aren't you looking at them? It's valid. I'm not going to take that away from the person. But it just really put a bad taste in my mouth. And I decided, you know, for all the work that goes into creating hashtags and picking out pages and creating the thumbnail and the text that goes with it, both YouTube and Instagram, you know, it takes, for me at least, it takes, you know, I try to post them out several days instead of just all at once. Sometimes I did all at once because I had no choice. But it's just not worth that. It's fun to host hashtags, but if it comes to the point where someone needs so desperately the recognition that they did a page, it's just not for the reasons that I'm doing the hashtag. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, it's just not what it's meant for. So if you trust me enough to be able to see your pages and you want to tag me, I would be happy to see the pages that you're doing in this book. I did have some bleed through from my Gamzai Tambi granulating watercolors. So that's kind of a disappointment, but I can cover those. It's not the big deal. But so if you want to color out of this book, it's Godule all year for the hashtag, and then at Christina's Art Corner. And like I said, these things are supposed to be fun. I don't think any of, you know, YouTubers, anyone creating hashtags is, you know, doing this with the intent not to see your pages, I guess I want to say. So yeah, I guess keep that in mind, you know, if you're someone who follows YouTubers and you participate in tags. It's not always easy to see them. Instagram last year made it very difficult for you to just go into, say, hashtag Tropigoth 2024. Generally, when I get your tag, I add it to my story and then I'll screenshot it and put it to size and keep those in a folder. And then at the end of the month, I would go through and go to the hashtag Tropigoth 2024, look in there, try to find any that maybe I missed. And those could be the ones that possibly I was not friends with, that colored in it, found my tag somehow, and don't follow me. So they're not in order. They change the order to like where they get the most likes instead of the last colorings, which would be your, let's say, December page. So it became a lot more administrative work than I think is necessary for the community. I'm still all about hashtags and I'm not overdoing them. I just need a break from it, and I just want positive energy flowing through anything that I'm doing in my hobbies, mainly coloring, just want it to be positive and fun and enjoyable for not just myself, but everyone else. And if you knew how much it made someone feel bad that they missed your page, you would understand. No one that is creating a hashtag that has missed one of yours is ever feeling good about it. So I'll just leave that as a caveat to, you know, creating hashtags. But if you do want to color in this all year, feel free to use my hashtag or do as you will. I'm going to keep it up there, and I'll just keep changing around my little thumbnail for it to kind of keep people's eye. But okay, what else can I share with you? Other things that I'm going to do with my time, I started a reading habit, so I'm going to continue to read books and on my Kindle and physical books. Also, my granddaughter, who you all love to watch color, you know, she's a teenager now and just turned last year, and she's not as into coloring as she was. Not that she's completely void of doing it, but she's more into playing video games, reading. She's in choir and yearbook committee, and she's busying herself with a lot of really good things. She plays violin. She took up, so she's doing less coloring. So our time together sometimes is going to be involved in those kinds of things. And she loves the Switch, and so I'm got a new cover for my Switch, and I'm going to be playing some games with her because we can do that in different houses. We don't have to necessarily be right next to each other. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to have my diamond painting. And I think that's it as far as what I'm going to color in 2025. Untouched books was probably my only goal. Untouched books. So I've gone through, when I went through my destashing and found my Korean and Japanese books. Maybe I'll just go ahead and show them some to you so that you know. Okay. Let's start off here. Okay. All right. Some are Korean and Japanese, some are not, but most of them will be. So this one is Lana Green, The Garden Lady. And this is a beautiful book where you have the page on the left that she's done, and then you do the one on the right. And so I would like to do this page. So this one is slated. Now, I don't know if this is going to be January, February, March, or whatever it is. I mean, you will eventually know, because one of my plans is to just sit down, film, and color. I don't know if that's going to be in the form of a tutorial, a color and chat, whip and chat, hey, let's use this new material or material I have not used in a while. Those kinds of things. I think I just, no pressure to, you know, follow along intently with me. If you want to, that would be fantastic. But just spending time with each other, I think that's what I'd like to give you and to give myself is time. And a lot of my last months have been my completed pages, my plans, my mid-month updates. And you haven't gotten a lot of time to see me actually color and, you know, how I'll start a page, how I tackle a page. So if you're interested in that, do leave a comment below. It's something that I'd like to do. The format, I remember last year asking a lot, do you want a, you know, detail by detail what I'm using? Do you want me to put, you know, the names of the colors up on the screen, those kinds of things? It's really so varied. Some of you just want to see the coloring and maybe have some very light music in the background. Some don't want music at all. Some want the occasional commentary, just maybe when you start a new medium, to say that's what you're doing, or do little pieces of a page and say that's how you're going to tackle it. There's so many different ways to color with you all, and I may try a bunch of different ones and see which ones you seem to like. But if you know already, go ahead and leave a comment and let me know. But I thought this would be a really nice page too, to try. And again, these are untouched books. All right. This is a My Secret Bookish Life, and hold on, let me go to the back. This is a 2023 book. I thought I had Epic Page. Illustrations are by Zaria Kiko. The first printed edition is 2021. This is in Poland. Okay. So this is the front of the book, My Secret Bookish Life. And because reading is awesome, yes it is. And so this is what the pages look like. Lots of fun things. I like the bold lining. Look at all these. I think you just take a watercolor and make like rainbow shelves with like a watercolor marker. This one's really pretty. But the one that I chose was this one here. Actually, it was between, hold on. It was between these two, I think. Yeah, I'm not decided on this one. We'll see, but I'm pretty sure I want to do this one. And we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's a beautiful book. Like I said, for these books, I think I would just take one of my Faber-Castell Gold Faber Aqua Marker and just, you know, do a whole shelf full of color instead of trying to do individual coloring on those. But yeah, it's really cute. If you love to read books and you like the book theme, these are lots of fun. Look, she's reading in a tube. Anyway, I thought this was a cute book. It's not on the greatest of paper, but I love the illustrations. Okay. I didn't get to work out of the Coloring Book Cafe Christmas Hygge book, but I tried to pick one that wasn't too terribly Christmassy, so I want to do this one. Do this one here. So that is, I have a shelf now, a dedicated shelf of where I'm picking books, and I put them on the shelf, and these are where I've gone through the book and I've looked at the pages and I'm choosing them. So that's kind of what this is about. Another non-Korean Japanese book, but Frog Village, and I really want to do this guy. I think this is cute, and it's also here. There's some stockings. It just looks cozy. It looks cozy. I don't know. I'll have to ask Happy Catastrophe if this might work for her village that she's going to be doing for 2025. I'll have to ask. And then here we have a book, Hello Forest Friends by Joe Baram. And another book that goes through the seasons. And you have your illustration here and then your coloring page here. And I chose this one here. So it's a cute little igloo. And there's lighting in here with the bears. And they're having their hot chocolate or coffees. And I love this background here. So I'm really excited to do this one. That's in Hello Animal Friends. Okay, and in these books, was it Sand Fox? I should have written it down somewhere. Is it in this one? Did I write them? Did I not write them down? Shame on me if I didn't. These are Korean books. Well, I can't believe I didn't write it down, but it's by Sogumai. I'm sure you all have seen these books. They're such beautiful covers, and I've been wanting to get into them, but you know, I really want to do this, this Hot Springs page. Look at all the beautiful colors. Yeah, I really want to do this one, and I love this little cactus friend. Very cute. Do we think that this is a dumpling? Anyway, I want to do that one in this book. And then in this, the blue one, I have a couple of chosen ones. I have this one. I thought this is really cute here. And this paper is so nice. I'll have to decide what mediums I'm using in this book. And then here is one that is still wintry with a Christmas tree outside. That's also a choice. I love these purples into oranges, peaches. Yeah, I think this will be a lot of fun. And in this book here, it's The Day You Come, My Most Precious Baby Animal Coloring Book by Eugene Kim. And I chose this page. I love ice skating, and that's what these little bears are doing. And so I want to do this page. I think that will be a lot of fun to do. So there's that one. And then I love this illustrator. This is Rowan Art. And I really want to get this one done for the winter season. And I haven't quite decided how I'm going to tackle it, but you know, this looks very watercolory, and yet this paper is smooth. And so I'll have to decide. Again, I might use like a dual gold paper aqua brush or Tombows, something of that sort, or Pitt Artist pens to do a base, and then go in with some details like polychromos maybe on the hair. We'll have to see. These are the type of things that, you know, I kind of want to figure out with you on camera, if that's something that you're interested in. Then this is a gorgeous book here. And this is Momo Girl. And look how gorgeous these pictures are. Absolutely stunning. Gorgeous. And the one that I have, let's see, first I'll show you, let's see, did I do one in here? Okay. This was probably 2020. When would this book come out? Can I tell? I can't tell. When I first got this book, I just used watercolor. And I just did a watercolor base and some colored pencils. And I thought it turned out really cool. I didn't go into every single detail, right? And I did some on the whale. I did some here on this area here. But I thought that was a cool. It did wrinkle the paper, but I'm not upset about that. But I really want to do this Winter Girl. I think this would be a nice one to do for the winter holidays. Yeah, beautiful, stunning. And then A. Paul, coloring book of the Four Seasons. This is one that I like. Well, that's one way to get your book to bend. Jesus. Oh, okay, well that'll lay flat now. I won't have to worry about that. Crikey. But anyway, she's walking in the snow. Everything is snow covered. And the little dog here is precious. So I want to try to do this one justice. And that's an A. Paul. Again, untouched book. This one was not untouched, but I want to do another one in it. This is the Nelko Nico cat book. I believe it's The Story of Modern Girls and Cats. And let's see here. This is the one that I wanted to do with the snowflakes and her outfit. It's really cute. So that's the one that I want to do from that book. And I think, yeah, I have done one in here before. This girl. I really enjoy doing her. So that's not an untouched book, but that's one that I'm going to go for my untouched books first and then work on ones that I do have coloring in already. This is the Bear Party book by Pochi. And I thought that I picked a page. Maybe I did not. I was pretty sure that I did, but I didn't. So anyway, I will do one in here. I really do like this one. This is telling the story about the boy who gets a sewn mouse. Again, this is where I was coming from, that I have these mouse books, or mouse themed. And so I'd really like to do this first page. That's why I didn't mark it. It's because I wanted to start from the beginning. And then each birthday, he's getting a new character. See how cute it is? And so I figured I would keep this one and do these. And I like the fact that you have some of these smaller little sections. So yeah, I think I'm probably going to go in order in this book. That's the Pochi, the birthday bear book. And then the polar bear book, it's Polar Bear Adventure Cruise by Yuki Shiratori. And these are so adorable. I want to do this one. So I think that's the one that I have. If I haven't marked, yeah, I have. Yep, here. So I definitely want to do this one. I think this is really cute. And I may try to go by this one. We'll see. Might change a couple things up. But yeah, that's my intent on that book. And for this book here, I had started and didn't finish. And when I was going through these books, this is Midwinter's Sunshine Coloring Book, Jeon. And I didn't even realize, I don't even remember coloring this, you guys. But I had started basing this. And and you see where I stopped? Flowers. I stopped basing at flowers. Oh gosh. But yeah, it's based, and this was with Stettler Pigment Artist Pens. And so I'm going to finish that one. Yeah. And in this book here, Fourseasons of the Panda Family by Jeon. I want to do this sledding one. I think a couple other colorists have chosen this one too. And I would like to do this one. And then Magical Worlds I haven't touched yet by Joanna Basford. And I want to do the hot air balloon. I love me some hot air balloons. And this is nice and wintry. So I'll look at doing that one. And then here we have another Rowan book. And Cat and Girl coloring book. And I wanted to do this one. This one here. There's so many cute ones to do. But yeah, that's the one that I chose for now. And then there are some scene ones here that will be fun to do. I'm going to challenge myself this year with these kinds of books because I tend to gravitate to certain colors. I mean, pink is one of them. But there's so many colors in these pages, and I think it will be really nice. Like, even like, look at the ceiling. It's so many different colors. Yeah, I just want to experiment and have some, have some fun. Let's see. That one's cute too. I love this snow one too. I think I might have to mark this one as well. See if I can get one of these used ones here. This one's nice too, if I wanted to do a bigger page. So anyway, there are some other books that I have slated to work in these January, February time frame. But yeah, I just wanted to give you an indication of the books that I did keep from my Japanese and Korean. These are not all of them, but these are ones that I wanted to work in now. And like I said, I'll do my untouched first, and then my books that I've already colored in second. And as far as buddy colors, I am minimizing that quite a bit. Again, a lot of it has to do with the fact that I want to be able to work in enough untouched books. At this point, the 436 books that I have now, which does include my Flight Fancy. Thank you to Christina, because that's one I want to work into. And also Sagen is also one in there too. Just want to start touching untouched books. That's the main theme of 2025. So I hope that you have enjoyed this update. Again, thank you so much for all of your attention to what I've been going through these last months. 2024 was really, really, really tough year for me. My feet do finally feel so much better, so I wanted to report that good news. Let's make sure that this is a healthy and happy 2025 the best we can, and color our little hearts out and enjoy each other, enjoy the community. Again, I apologize for retiring on my hashtags. It's just something that I needed to do, and I know that 99% of you will understand. And for the 1% that don't, I'm sorry that you don't understand, and I hope that you don't understand because you haven't lost a dad, or someone close to you. Because it's grief has been strange for me. The way it hits you out of the blue, you think you wake up, okay, it's a little better today, and just something makes you think of them or something you miss about them, and yeah, it just has a way of kind of derailing at least an hour or two of your day, if not an entire day. And I've just had to allow myself that to happen in December, and I feel like I'm coming out of some of that, and I need to get a go on things and see how I do. And you know, we'll reconvene and see how things are going. But my hope for 2025 is that you'll be able to see more of me coloring on videos, and not just have my canned 3 videos that I was accustomed to doing these last months, because that's really all I could get out of myself. And truly in December, I couldn't do any of it. So best to all of you in 2025, and I can't wait to read your comments, and be sure to like, and if you're a new to my channel, consider subscribing. I do have a lot of laughter and fun on my channel. The last couple of months have just been difficult because I've, you know, had a loss in the family, and that does kind of change the vibe a little bit, but I expect to have a lot of fun this year, and I think the changes that I'm making are healthy ones for me, and they might even be healthy ones for you, even without losing, you know, someone. Sometimes we overextend ourselves. Maybe, you know, we get excited about buddy coloring, and I absolutely love being a part of the community and bringing the community in. Sometimes you need to be in a season where you're doing that a lot, and sometimes you're in a season where that is less. And it's not because I don't love each and every one of you that I buddy color with, or anything of the sort. It's really self-preservation at this point. So anyway, I'll leave you with that, and I love you all, and you take care of yourselves, and we'll see each other in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Happy coloring.